Welcome. Welcome. This is my show. This is a channel that has been allotted to me. I have the opportunity, based on what I did not read, and all the rules and regulations for uploading and streaming. I try to keep this so that anybody can watch it. Sometimes I might use the words of balance. The words of balance, when they come in but are heard but not seen, they are not the same word. The word of balance will come under the sign and signature of the gaze of the face of all man. The word of balance is a seal. 19 and 5 and 1 and 12. 31 on the outside and 6 on the inside. How are they created? There's a rule to everything. There are equations that will recreate these numbers. These equations will have other equations that will recreate those numbers until we understand all the equations that come together that create the word. In the balance. The balance is French and English. That is the balance. The French is known as a carré. It is known as a diamond. It is known as 2 times the value, okay, or double face. What it means is with a diamond, it doesn't matter if you look from up here or down here. Upside down, this is the same. The spade, okay, the spade, okay, is upside down. The heart is upside down. A point and an ass, which is 2 points. We're understanding position where the positions take place. We know this is a pis or a p, or also known as number 1. When does Burr show up? It shows up in September, October, November, December. B 35, 13, 18, 21, and 9. 30, 55. September, 103. October, 20, 35, 38, 30, and 23. Look, number 23, 30, and 23. See, this is the beginning. See, C is the ending on the first side. It goes to C, there's a wall, and then it goes DT, like Donald Trump. Or if you want to know location, okay, you're going to go 1020, which is JT, Justin Trudeau. 2020, we have met. I'm not going to remember everything I have to do. I'm not going to be in order. I talk from within my hat. I find it hard to talk when there is no audience. I prefer not to be here. It is very deceiving for me. So I do not want to use up my energy and my flow on the go speaking, although I know on the go, although it's flowing right now, I can keep it flowing to nobody that's here, but they will eventually watch these videos as if they were live. So I have to get that out of my head. With that said, we are individuals. if you take our clothes off and remove the division of who we are other than the different sexes, the snake that had a forked tongue, the pig that had the forked hoof. What is a fork? Two Venus on one foot, or two Venus, a back foot and a front foot, which gives me an equation. That when you're connecting, you want to connect this way. You connect this way, you're only getting in your own house. Boop, 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 boop. You connect this way, you connect with all the houses, or you connect this way. The French say it, okay, on the E letter as the accent de in the E world left or in the E world right. Are you in the C or are you in the D? You see, the C is the end compact of A and C, where B connects all. The compact I'm just losing some sight in my head. I'm not sure where I was going with that. I had a vision. I start to explain. I lost myself. I do it all the time, and I explain. I have to stay away. Just have to stay away and just stay concentrated. We started off with the seal, or we started off with what I do, or we started off with getting naked with Adam and 7. And what does it mean to get nude or naked or nake? I'm not going to say naked. I'm going to say nake. I'm not going to say pudding. I'm going to say PUD. I'm just going to say P in. The P is the 16th letter. When you have the 16, sweet 16, do you know how sweet that is? You are in the gateway of house of Mars and Earth. And I'm just going to show it to you the way it comes out in the relationship. Earth numeric value in the alphabet, where A is 1 and Z is 26. Where Earth is number 52, and one of the logos we have on this planet is we can do this. At the same time, we can also do Roman numerals, and we can do this. We can also say they always cap it off, and if they cap it off like this, I already know it's Taurus. So if it's Taurus, I know it's number 5. I know 5. Nine. The reason for none and 9 is because it is the one area space in all 9 that makes none go around 1, which makes all 9. It is 8 going around 1 is 9. The heaven of 88 is connected by 1, but it is divided by none. You see, this is a fine line. Your heaven is DC. Your heaven is DC, 3 and 4. That is your heaven, because your fine line, hold on a second, we're going to speak of it this way, is your fine line takes up a complete area space. I use up 9 because the cube is 9. I'm only following the rules. Should I do this on all 4 sides? Well, in reality, you can do it on the 4-3 side and the 5-2 side and the 6-1 side. You can also do it because the 4 penetrates in the corner, the 4 penetrates in the corner, the 4 penetrates in the corner. So it is 4, 5, 6 penetrating into 1, 2, 3. So it is the 4, 5, 6 penetrating into 1, 2, 3. They're penetrating into 1, 2, 3. Creating over here 7, 5, 5. G, E, E. The 12, 12, 13, 25, 35 equals 37. A queen, and a king. The 2 queens okay, equal to 17 and 17 equal to 34. 17 over 17 equals 214 or equals 25, or y. Y is noted as the division. 1/2 and 2 parts of 1/4. It's 2 times 0.25 and 1 times 0.5. That is the way the math works out with that. And if you look at it, it's 80, which is what is 4 times 20 equaling to 80. So if it's 4 times 20, it starts off in the 3 world, and the 3 world stops as 6 because it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 ending, okay, equals to a total of 6. It is 1 plus 2 equaling to 3 and 4 equaling to 7. So then you just have 1 plus 0 equaling to 9, because we stated that this area over here has a value of 8. 1 plus 0 equals to 9. You have 6, 7, and 9. But in actuality, it is 1 with 8 equaling to 9. So the missing number for 0 equals to 8. The 6, 7, and 8 card are all the same. Every side is a 9 face. On this cube, you will never be able to connect more than 7 area spaces. You will constantly have 2 voided spaces, and they will only be able to be taken up by the 6. And when you look at this dice, this area space is not taken. When I flip it, that area space is not taken. That area space is not taken. That area space is not taken. That area space, you see, it's the same thing. But when I turn it to the number 6, where's number 6? Okay, when the 6 is this way, it's taken on the number 6 on the outside. You do see the inside number 1. You do see the inside number 1, and it's not taken, only in the number 6. That's the only time. So one time it's taken, one time it's not. So it's going to invert that. It'll be taken once, okay, it's going to be first, one only. There'll be one only, okay, 1 and third. Okay, let's go 1 and 3. So it'll happen one time when it looks like the I, okay, one time yes, 3 times no. 29, 25, 30, 49. So yes is 49. So when you see 7 times 7 together, that is 49. I prefer a star system full equation, which means I want to know exactly, I don't want this to be part of something else, because if it was 49, it came from 7 times 7. So that means 14 must go with it. That means the ring around this cube must go with it. The total ring around this cube is 14, but that's not true. It's only 10. It's 10 and 14. It has to be understood at 10 and 14. 72, the beta gates, 25 to the hookup of Earth. Q17. Q shows a river going through. This is a skeleton. The alphabet is a skeleton. Numbers are only the pieces of the puzzle that must be put together through all the planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter 99. Where do you get 99? Only the diamond can create 99. In the diamond card, I get all my information through games. I get all my information from the most professional people in the world. If you have a degree and a paper on the wall that declares you coming from one of the highest universities and the smartest people in the world that have created the deck of cards, that have created the dice cube, that have created sizes, dimensions, elements, the weights and measures, the element scale, whatever you have created, the transfer between gallons and liters and an American gallon, imperial gallons, whatever you've done to sizes of tires, all combinations will recome together whether it's in our planets, whether it's in our games, whether it's in our cubes, whether it's seen in the deck of cards. Here is the number 9. You have 4 up and 1 and 4 down. 414. So there are 3 suits. 414. There are 3 suits. 3 suits. 39 cards. 1 through 13 equals to 91. Spirit. AI. I am the beginning, and I am the beginning. Okay, now I'm going to explain everything I just wrote. Okay, when I started up here, there are 3 suits. In each suit, there are 13 cards. When you add up all the way to 13, it equals to 91. The 13th card, which is the king, gets to be 91. There are 3 of them, so you have KKK equals to 273. The cube tells me a story about this. The 11 tells me a story. It tells me Fibonacci, where 1 and 1 come together. 2 divisions, 255 divisions. You ever see the towers? 55 and 55 take 110. And the reason for that division is because it's dividing a partial area space where you cannot divide. This is the only way to divide that area space. And the reason for that is because of Moses. It is because of Noah. It is because of Jesus. They were architects. So they knew how to go through also what was the waters, because we live in the gas. We breathe it every day. We walk into it. We work with it. It creates everything we have. The fabric of life is who we are, and it'll always be what we are, because without it, there is nothing. Everything implodes, and space will no longer, the galaxy, the universe will no longer expand unless we expand with it. It'll never get any smaller. It can distort. It is the size that it is. It is that way for us to live in it. I'm going to get a glass of water. I'm going to come back with this statement. I don't know why the two people left. I just want to see if there's anybody on YouTube. Maybe just me on YouTube. Skeleton, stop it. Take a look. In jail. In is number 9 and 14. To create the word in, you need the number 27. Or 72. 72 is the number. 72 is the beta gates. It is the Venus gates. It shows up over here where there is a 2 dot and a 7 void. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7. What's ironic about this is 2 times 7 equals to 14. 2 plus 7 equals to 0, 9. 9 plus 7 equals to 23, the letter N, the letter I, the letter W. The number 35, okay, which equals to 15, 3 times 5 equals to 8. Well, this is whatever, okay. And this is O and this is H. And the total, 23, equals to W. Who win? So when you go in, okay, I go 14, 14, 14, 09, 09, 09. So in the first scenario, I want to count this way. In the first scenario, I end up with 28. And then in the second scenario, I end up with 42, and I end up with 27. These are my numbers. My total over here is 69. It is a rotation of 33, of 3 and 3. So what happens to that fine line that gets divided? It is equal on both sides. You know, maybe you want to ask Homer Simpson, right? Or Homer Simpson. I don't know which one you want to ask. The yin and the yang. So it's split that way because it's a split house. It is a 1/3 house because it's 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. We know that it is hockey. We know there were 3 periods. We had the 20 minutes on the clock in 3 different periods. So we had 3 periods, and we played the whole game. So we had 60 minutes on the clock, 60 minutes, and 0, 0 seconds. You see, if it was in this area over here, well, that would be the single 0. The single 0 in the minute zone. Can we put a 0 in this zone over here? Well, I didn't want to get into that. So it's 3 periods of hockey, and we already know there's a 15 and a 15 equals to 30 intermission. And this is talking about the divided Mars. This is talking about pi. This is talking about pi inside of this area space here. This area space here is 3 and 4. It's all about 3 and 4. The face of 9, and to reconnect the alpha omega, putting first and last, the same is 4. The halfway mark is 55. It is the fine line that connects it, and it also creates what is the 5. And it also connects these over here and encompasses these over here. So if I was to recreate this, Now I can recreate it or I can double it over. There's two ways to do it. And let me do this. And if I double it over, and I rarely like to do it this way, is where I now split the house. See how I split the house? And I doubled over the third area. So I double over 3 and 3 equals 6, create 2 and 2 equaling to 4. I just want to just note one thing. There is a piece of art that I've done, and what the piece of art did for me is that it showed me that this is number, let's say 16 and 19, and this is 21. I have to connect 16 and 21, and this is 18, and I have to connect 18 and 19 because that's what they do when they measure. When you're building, this is how you measure, right? But in all actuality, you're supposed to measure all the way to here. That will keep it square. But in roulette, this is what keeps the roulette board square, by measuring on this angle. So this numerically shows me a square board. Okay, am I supposed to flip it over and have 2, 4, 6 and another? And then I flip this over again and just go 18, 16, 19, and 21. And then I would go like that. So these 37 and 37, and you'd end up with this in between over here. So I'm just trying to understand these two X's. It creates an O. An X is 10, 10. It's also 48. What's just happening? 36 and 32. So this is 5 and 9. This becomes 4, 4. I'm just trying to see what's happening over here, the crisscross, what's going on, because we do know that the square is what we're used to. That square brings on the 45 angle. With that 45 angle in a single cube noted to be what is Earth 50, 50, 50, Earth's 50. It's not on the fine line. Now, if it's Earth's 50, you see 50 would be noted to be exactly on one of these lines, making it 50, 50. But actually, it would be 51 because 51 gets the fine line. Although it's 51 and 49, it's actually 51 and 50. This 51 is expressing, it has the fine line that it divides. So the fine line expression is 55. But since it's one side and the other, okay, and it is the fine line and it can't be one, but it can be one and none that is on both sides, which creates a D letter and a D letter in the O letter. And what better is one and how to express what a gate or a doorway is? We do see the D, we do see the O, we do see the Q, but this is supposed to say God. So where does the G come in? Where does the G come in to this? Is the question. If it was completely closed, or if it was Earth like this, and all of a sudden you have this. This is the window. It is 88. It is A, B, C, D, 10. It is Windows 10. 10 and 88, 98 equals to 72, 17, 17, 27. 44, the area space in the gateway to Venus. Let's go Mercury 50, the halfway point. I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to come back. Please ask what I'm doing. Please ask me to slow down. I will do an individual take. As long as we are few people, I can respond. I can be accurate for what the numbers show to us, because they will show me and you at the same time. So if I can't explain it, that I'm doing something wrong. This is not easy, but it's very easy to understand. but you want to understand, so what's the long deal with what I do? What's the long deal? Well, the end result will be what it is when it comes. All we're looking for is to just dig and just understand the science inside of it. Learn the science, know the science. The science is perfect. Now that I know it is perfect, I'm only encouraged myself to continue on to learn more of the science that tells us where we are in space, and hopefully answer the long lost question of the Word of God. What is the Word of God? The combination. I'm just cleaning up my counter over here. I'm going to come back. I'm going to get back into it, but it's a mess. I got so many papers, equations. You know, all you have to do if you want to do part of it. I learned from everywhere using the elements they have given me, and one of the elements is Word Finder. I go to Word Finder. I type in the whole entire alphabet, or just part of the alphabet. Or if the 1 is in the 1 position and I see the 4 below it, and I see the 7 below it, well, I'm going to go in, I'm going to get A, D, and G. That's right, there's a family, but there's a 2-color family because A is split. A is red and black. Or if you want to call it, I don't know, another color. But they all get the same fabric. They all get the green fabric. They all get some of the red fabric when it's in French. In English, it's mostly actually, I can't say because they're working it both ways now. And what I'm talking about is one of the rules and concepts which comes from casinos. What carpeting are they using on the tables that they play their games? Remember, it's very important that everything I do has an equation for its reality. And I'd like to put that equation everywhere. And one of the equations is a non-numeric that can be created to a numeric, is where I create the capitalization of everything. That every word we speak, we will take away the first letter and do our numeric dissection. Then we'll put the first 2 letters together, then we'll put the first 3 letters together, and then we'll put the first 4 letters together. We're going to stop. We're not going to go any further. 5 cuts everything in half. 5 cuts everything in half. As well, if I want to say, what is half of 1? What is half of 1? Half of 1 is 0.5. What is half of 4? It is 2. What if half of 7? Well, you're going to say 3.5, right? Well, it could be at the 7th gate. But 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. So from where does 7 come from? 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. It all goes back to 88. 88 is beautiful. The reverse of 88 is 66. So why not add in the in-between 8, giving us the halfway point for 888 and 666. So now we got 6, 7, and 8, 21, and the 6, 7, and 8 card. I've got all the same dots. 88 is purple. It is Pegasus. It is the square planet. It's the carré. It is the square. Squarehead of the English. 6, 5, English and French, and 3, all number 56. The 8 is purple. To get purple, we need red and we need blue. We can create purple. When we have red and blue, I'm going to take a shower, take a bath, do the dishes. Are you going to use the red or the blue? I'm going to mix a little bit. I don't want to use too much red because red costs more money than blue. It is the hot and the cold water. I like to get things in sync. Sync in French equaling to number 5. The cat in French, like the cat that doesn't like the water to sink. The cat in French is number 4. So we have 4 and 5 that came together. Those are the 2 numeric values that come together in the sun. The cat does not want to sink, but they sank the cat. They put 4 and 5 together. They multiplied it. They created a star out of it. 4 times 5 is T20, also known as the 7th gate. G. We are coming into the time of T in the 20th century, in the 22nd year of life. V. is life inside the E world, the reverse alphabet. Also E, okay, is now E and I have come together. E and I have come together because the cube did it. The cube did it. E and I has come together. Where you see 9, you see 5. That's where you see your 4 and 5 syncing. 2 and 3. Number 23, ho, ho, ho. Sink me down, number 33. There are 4 cats. There are 4 cats. I'm going to say 3 are white and 1 is black. The black sink. The 4 times the cat is 4 times 24 equals to 96. But you're in sync when it's 3 times 24 equaling to 72. You're in sync. When you get into the 4th one, you have flipped over the cube completely and you definitely need some rest. Pull over to the side of the road. You're now out of sync. You need to sleep. This organism that we live in, our concept of who we are, needs to sync on the 4th day. The cube goes from 1. It goes from 1 over to 2, over to 3. The only way to get to the other side is to flip it over. And that is 180 degrees. Otherwise, we must go through number 3, over through to number 4 to get to the other side. But should we be able to go from number 4? How do we get there? Well, through number 3, we have a gateway in number 3. Sorry, that's not number 3. We have a gateway in number 3. So we can go to here and go to here. And then on the other side, we can come out in the 4 different worlds. I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to come back. This is a long 18-year process, 17-year process I am in. I have been looking into this all my life. From the short lines of poetry, of words I assembled together with which reason, I have no idea. I had the idea at the time. Why words rhyme, why the harmonics must stay the same. What is it and why are we here? What does the body need? The body needs the same thing. It's all organic. It's all joy. It's all happiness, which is equating to the good vibration. And it's equated to where the vibration is just the movement and sound coming into music and notes, and understanding our instruments. We must keep it basic to every child in the world. And just let's look at the notes. Let's make it easy. Let it be what divided us apart, the piano man. Piano. The ano is the ring. The pi is basically the house of Earth's heart that we live. We live in Mars. I'm not really sure if I should, which way I should do this. Hold on a second. If we live in Mars house, then we live right here. We live in Mars house. If we live in Earth's house, we live in Earth's house. So this is 4 and this is 12. And this is 4, okay, and this is 12 and this is 20. There's layers of this. See, I did 2 areas here, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 1 by 1. Here I did 1 by 1. The complete area is 33. The complete area here is 22. 22 and 33 equals to 55. The 22 and 33 is an expression of that when I go ahead and do this, okay, I have, I'm just trying to see this one over here, right? The 33 area. I'm just going to see if I can explain this. I had it yesterday. Wow. Oh boy, the 33 area. How do I do this? First of all, it consists of 4 separate areas of 4. It is this area here, and then it is this area here, and then it is this area here. And one of the reasons for lines this way and then lines this way is because you can know what area it came from. So there are 4 by 4, okay, equals to 16, okay, in a 3 by 3 area. And this will create what is pi. Here is your first piece of the pie. Now this will be repeated. This is where the Mars cycle comes in, where Mars comes in and rotates between DC. DC, like I explained, are these 2 pillars over here. This pillar must be passing through this way, okay? Or the reality, it must pass this way over here. Otherwise, it must go this way, like the DNA, right? You see the letter over here, the letter R, Resh, the 18th letter between 11. Number 29 is that expression. We have K and R. Anyways, I didn't want to get into that. 29 is the 11 and 19 just for looks. But anyways, Mars must go this way in because Mars is area 51. So if it goes through the area, it must go this way. It must go through the one area. Now, if it was, it had to be done. It's either in this world it's done. In this world, okay, it is now down the center here. And in this world here, Mars can stick its unicorn, okay, in every single direction. So Mars now controls 8. And does it control one area? No. Mars controls 8 and 4 and not 8 and 1. This is 8 and 1. This is 8 and 4 because it has to work in this complete area. This is a pi marking. In this other one, there is a square in the center. There is a difference between the two. It is DC because DC works in 1/3. It works by man. It works by creation of what is 16. And that is your 16 and 9. That is where pi comes in. What is A? What is A? A is a complete expression of DC. I mean, you want me to do it the other way? We can do it the other way. Here is the C and here is the A. So if you want to look at size, should we make it flat or you want to just look at size? This is basically what it will end up looking like. Now all you got to do is slide this one over this one, right? When you slide the 2 over each other, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to do a full slide over each other. And yeah, that's my full slide. And then what happens over here is we complete this slide. Just like that. Is that the same way I did it the other way? And let me see, and then we're going to chop the hexagon off. We're going to chop it here and chop it here. And this is only one piece. This is to be repeated until we see what we get out of this. This is what I see. This is when they're overlapped on each other. Now, if I would overlap this one more time, we should end up seeing the Star of David coming out of here. Should I have gone that far? Should I have, oh, I went on this line to the center, right? And then I'm going to go on this line to the center. And if we want to finish it off, you know, we can end up doing that. And then we end up connecting it here and here. And then I'm just trying to see, we finish it off here. And we go here. And we go here as we go here. How come this one works and this one's not going to work? Maybe I didn't go out enough. I'm just trying to, anyway, something didn't work out. And this somehow, let me fix this. I don't like what it looks like over here. And the flag in Israel, right? One, 5, 1, 2, 3. This is 3, 4. This is 7, and this one is 50. The reason I talk like this is L is a Roman numeral, and that's a Roman numeral. So this is telling me what is the beginning and the end is 51. It's also V1. Well, actually, it's 1V, sorry. It is 1V, so it equals to 13. 13 and 38. The voided area space is in Israel. What it also, and the reason for that is Roman numeral L50 and I. Now, what you got to do is this is 12 and this is 9. 0, 9. It's in rotation. This also expresses the, looks like a 5, looks like a 1. This is number 12. The R is number 12, is the 18th letter representing the female. The A is, like I said, it is DC because it's configuration. So here's the second configuration. So now you have 2 stars of David and all the lines, but there's probably more in it. I'm just doing it quick. And then you can see the area spaces. I can put a cube here and I can put a cube here. No interference, only a connection. But look what happens over here. When these two overlap, and if I put a bigger overlap, it goes to, see the cube over here? I'm going to show you what happens to this cube. You want to look at it as a puzzle piece, a plug-in. You want to look at that. This is an empty space. Do you want to look at that they fit into each other, that there's an empty space and they overlap like building log houses? And when you overlap by building log houses, now the 2 doorways will automatically open up. You know, when you build a log house, what you do is you curve out this part of the wood and you curve out this part of the wood. Another way to build out in order to connect it straight is you take out a piece here and a piece there and you overlap them and they directly connect. So when that pencil lead wants to go straight through, I can push a pencil lead from one end to the other one. So this is where your cube comes in. So here, when you have the single point, this single point of Horus, okay, is Mars. When you have the bottom part over here, this part over here, this is going to represent Earth. This is going to represent 3. This is going to represent 4. So DC, what they are. So, and don't forget, it is the plateau. If 4 is up, then where's 3? It's down. DC. It is your 55 pass. 55 pass freedom, 66, reversal, 22 and 11. This will also recreate 55, but it'll recreate it through 23. 23 is your stand cycle in creating your pass. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 will equal 6 and 5. 6 times 5 is 30 and 11. So in the day of creation, this will only end up to be 3. 3 and 11 is a solid and a stripe. This is in pool, how they reverse. They equal to 41, which will equal to 54, which will equal to 20 plus 9. And we just went over that. What 20 is this. 20 is 6 up, 1 down. But when you see this, they are together. And the reason they're together is it's in the center and it counts on this side. The other ones are not. You have 4 sides of 5. There are 4 sides of 5 dots and 2 sides of 7 dots. 5 and 7, 12 and 13. I show you the separations of the numbers. I show you connections of the numbers. Now it is 125 that links or sinks the cat. Sink 9 lives in 1. We penetrated to sink all 9 lives into 1 and recreate the 6 light. In fact, it's the 6 light and the 6 light, awake and asleep. And that 66 is in gematria, you only count up to number 7. And if you're counting to 7, I have to think of across the street. Even numbers on this side, odd numbers. So what happens is number 6 connects 5 and 7, and number 6 connects 5 and 7. A, B, C equals to 6. A times B times C equals to 6. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals both of them together. Add D equals to 10. Minus D equals to 2. That is the blue world of you creation, area, space. One thing I was about 20 minutes ago, I mentioned something that I just want to go back to. It's from roulette. What it is when the center of the board (16 and 21), that's a total of 37. And this is 18 and 19, and that's a total of 37. 74 energy, 11 and 28, the cycle of Pluto. So when this does this, I already know everything is rectangular. Like that. That's the way it is. This is the angle to it. I did it on the outside. I don't want to do it through the center. No need to. This is a 7, and this is a 3. 7 and 3 come together. When I do it this way, okay, 1 and 9 come together. So when 3 and 7 come together, 9 and 1 come together, they are angle polars, X-angle polar. And if you take a look, I'm not sure if you can see this, but and then you take the other one, what happens when you do this, and you create this design right over here, the Star of David. So these are polars, and we find these numbers. I'm not sure if I have to go back to the beginning of this book or the beginning of this book. We find these numbers right here. 70. I don't have number 91 in here. I don't know, but Rotas Sator. Okay, Rotas Sator. Here's your 91, but it says 19. I don't need 91. I need 19. See, and I don't have 37. I don't have any of them, but I have 19 and 37. The total here is 47. Where this comes from, okay, where that comes from, number 47, it comes from the numeric value of the moon. It comes from when we connected the 7th gate. 5 and 7 equals to 35 equals to 12 equals to 47 and 23. Look what they do. 11 and 5. E, K, 2 and 5 is Earth. It's Earth. In the E world, that's terrible. I'm writing too fast. I'm excited. Okay, and it is the Y because the Y is the 25th letter. This is going to create 55 plus 16 equals to 71, the gateway. It is going to be the one dot at the 7th gate of the 2 dot Venus of the 8 heaven of the 1 dot. 8 and 7, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is where Q is. I am taking a break. It's going to be about a 3 to 4 minute break. It might be less. If you have any questions, I'm here. Ask me. Ask me what I'm talking about. Ask me to explain exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, where I get the information from. A deck of cards, a set of dice. Talk about the constellations. Show me some numbers. Give me a word. Tell me anything, and I'll make something up. I'll try and see what I can make up, what I can bring together. I have a whole bunch of things I need to write down. I can bring together, I tried to bring together everything that has the same number and how I got to that number and what that number can do. And I believe, and what I believe is my own beliefs. And I'm doing it because it's a project. And if you're interested, I'm interested in understanding the word and language. Eve was naked. The minute you put on a suit and you get paid manna, the minute you collect manna, your mind goes crazy. M-A-N-A. 13 and 1 and 14 and 1. When you get manna, 757, okay, what happens is 13, 14, 28 equals 29. I don't like 29. 29 is black and yellow. So when you get manna, when you get the bread, okay, and bread is life. It's a lifeline. So life is number 11 and 9 is 20, 32. And it's a lifeline, and a line is communication.com. Remember what dot is, right? Dot is the cube. So when you use the dot com is because you're igniting what the dot is. The dot is all about the cube. The dot is number 39. The cube is number 31. The total is 70. It is the gateway of the good Lord. It is the good Lord 105 because the halfway point of 70 is 35, creating 105, or the H-O-G, the hog, the hand of God. And the word of is number 66. Within your own mind, you can develop and create and understand if you desire and what you desire. Did you desire just to hear what I speak? And does what I say have any validity to you? Why do you want to watch what I am saying? What interest do you have if you do not participate? I cannot advance and you cannot believe until you ask questions. Otherwise, you fully understand. I am looking to answer the question. The word of God. Is humanity naked? Not before they clothed and they called people by their clothing. Security agent, judge, the markings on the door. I shall not take part or idolize anyone or anything that does not run by the compassion of the nature of our creation. If you do not run by the nature of our creation, the suit you wear bears no meaning, and I only see a Holy Ghost. For you, my friend, shall be strucken off the books. You do not count. You are now the naked Eve, to where I am fully clothed in the unity of those around me, and the love in my heart, and the tears of joy on my face, and the laughter that we do not hear. The people awakening are rumbling the cube. They have finally woken up the pyramids, the cubes. They now have ignited. Which cube did they ignite? 21, 21, 21, 21. 84 is Pluto. Cube 5 is 105, the hand of God. We have risen to the hand of God. We are in now C5. We are in C5. We are smack dab in the middle of DC through Pluto. Would you like to know how I get to this number? A, 5 times 21 equals 2105. B, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will equal 3 and 2, 5. It is C5 because it is C5 means 3.5 or 3.5, which is the center of the cube, which is the fine line dead center. There are 4 areas in here. I only used 3 equaling to 63, noted to be as the star system 7th gate. And it is the star system 7th gate because of its mathematics, which is 7 times 7, 49. 7 plus 7, 14, when a big red sun of Mars Pluto. 14 and 49 equal to 63. The continuous reason for this is because we complete a cycle. When we hit the 4th one, we've completed a cycle. Here we're in between a cycle on 3. In between the cycle, we have done 2 moons, 56, plus 7. Okay, after our 2 moons, at the end of 3 cubes, 3 cubes end, 3 periods end, 20 minutes. 6,000 years has ended on ice. Cube equals to 31. What am I going to use? Cube equals to 31 times 3 is 93. Saturn. We have the 4th cube to complete Pluto equals to 84. 4 times 21, or 4 times the cat, which is 24. The reason for this is in French. Cat is number 24, which equals to 96. But we can never have all of them. We can only have 3, 72, and 24. It all works in 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1, and that's how it works. That's your. I'm just going to keep showing. If you don't see it, I'm going to sit and explain it and show it again. Sometimes I don't always see it. So what happens is the 1 part of the 24-hour days with the 3 parts of the 24-hour days. It seems like we're only living every 4 days that go by. It's 1 day. 4 days equals 1 day. So our life right now, if we are 60 years old, okay, we should actually be only 15 years old, approximately. The animal is mostly 7. The human is 4. 3 and 1. We are only 1 part. So are we 15 and 15? Or are we 15 and 15 and 15 and 15? 45 is the 3/4. It's 3 parts and 1 part. A full game is 60, but we've had 15 added on, so it should only be 45 minutes plus creation, which is number 3, equaling to 48. It's almost like saying, how can I do this? I'm going to try and show you in another impact. 13 times 3 equals to 39. Plus 13 equals to 52. But we do not need the last jack, queen, or king. We don't need the 10 jack, queen, king at the end. That's all an add-on. So we're going to go 39 plus 9 equals to 48. So we're going to use 3 more here, and we're going to use 4 less here. Just going to the deck of cards, what happens when we come into this world? It seems like they threw over us another jack, queen, king. Jack is 30. The queen is jack is 30. The queen is jack is 33. Sorry. When it comes to the deck of cards, although the word jack is number 25, it's number 33 as the 11th J. And the Q is the 12th. Okay. And then you have 3 of them is 36. And then the 13th, okay, is the king. So that's 39. So you know it's in rotation of J. You know it's in rotation of J of the red sun. And this is going to end up to say 12 and 27. This is 18 and 9. And this is just 6 and 9. I have to get something to drink. I can't think anymore. And I'm dropping all my cards on the floor. So I'm just going to show you one part where the castle gets built. This is like one of the most important images, I think. This has to be understood. Once this is understood, not this one here, okay, how your numbers coincide with each other. And don't forget, the cube inverts a lot of things. Here is the delta angle split creation. This is where the cube turns on the side by obligation. I can't explain it right now. And then there's the understanding of this. This is the roulette board. And I have 52 cards on the floor, so give me a minute to clean this up. Would not be the power of the Lord to send a strong arm? And where is that strong arm? That strong arm is in the mind of the people. That is where the strong arm is. When you take a decision to just stand and do absolutely nothing, just stand and do absolutely nothing, that is the strong arm. If everybody did that, if we were 10 million people surrounding one person, that person can go where? Anywhere they want. Separate them. Separate them. That's what must be done. They must be separated. Okay, we're going to take a couple of minute break here. Tell me. I may have gotten rid of it, right? But I think it's just line Monday. Maybe it's going to start low and just open up and fly. So. Yeah, I need to get that drink. You know what? I want to know something. Is there anybody out there right? Like, there's something so important to me. I'm so afraid to talk about it. Really, really afraid to talk about it. But I find it so important, so imperative. If anybody ever hears this, one of the most important things to me is I would love someone to buy this building. Just buy the building and save my place. I'm being every single year somebody, one of those people, they just harass me all the time for so many things, and I can give in to them and give them exactly what they want monetarily, you know. But it's the principle of everything that we're not surviving anymore. It's all about mana, and the reverse of mana. Let me take a look. There's a reverse and there's a half alphabet reverse, and the full alphabet reverse of mana is N Z M Z. So that would be, I would go Naz, Maz. So the opposite, and then I can use what the reverse, it would be Niz, Maz, Mas. So we have the word, oh, it's Maz, not Mas, sorry. So what if, I mean, sometimes the Z is referred to as as um, as an S, right? So we actually have the Sandman in this piece here through the word mana. But the actually the full result of mana is 27 is 29. It is a four-letter word. That means it'll be 108, which will be 79, and that's what would be the value. It would be 79 and 29, which would be 108. But when you add them together, it becomes 99. I'm going to explain that to you. I'm going to get my coffee, then I'm going to go take a break. I'm going to explain to you how some of the numbers come together. So what happens here is in the reverse alphabet of mana is 14 and Z. These two are inverted to each other. There's life between 14 and 26. That means between 15 and 25, okay, which is Y, which is O, which is Yo, okay? It is Yo, 6 and 7. It is 6 Mars. It is 7 Earth. It is 6 Mars. It is 7 Earth. It is 31 the cube. We shift the alphabet from 6A to Z, 31. We start with what is DC, and we finish off with what is AC. Why is it like this? Because this is A, this is C. This design is DC house inside of each other. The singular dot, and the reason for what I believe is because we're going to continue to create this from this and then add this on. So the accent grave, the accent grave and aigu is in French are the two angles that they're coming in from. You're coming in from the one area or you're coming in from the three area to meet at the point and to go down over here this way. And when you do that, you are going through the two eyes of Horus. So if you're talking about the pictures and you're talking about the eye, 575, right? So when you're talking about the moon, 57, the mathematics will create 35 and 12, 8 and 3. So you're talking about 6 and 1 dot. The 6 and 1 dot, here's a dot, and here's a 6. And as I'm taking a 1 second break or a 2-minute break, I'm going to be taking a look to see if there's any questions. It says one person somewhere, and then it sort of disappears. So I'm going to check out what YouTube is doing right now. And you know what's funny? I've had no one watch me, and I had 5 likes. So how's that possible? No one's watching me. I got 5 likes. I got 5 likes. No one's watching me. They're not just coming in here and shoving in likes. So I gotta get my mind. I'm going to tell you one thing. Just 1 second. Let me check this YouTube here. Where is this live? Let me see this. Just want to see this here. No, I need to find Mr. Tackpan's art. Mr. Tackpan's. I need to. How come I can't find art, Mr. Tackpan's? Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, I need to find this before I go for my 2-minute break. Sorry to interrupt, but this is live. I don't prepare really for anything, although last night I did put a piece together, and I'm really sorry for those who have maybe come out here and looked for me to come on for a few hours, and I forgot about it. And I don't want to rush into this. I just don't. And I like to do it more live, because with an interaction and I can explain it, it takes a weight off of my thinking that I've been trying to share. And even if there's nobody interested at all, I still, and I've been doing this for 17 years with really never more than a dozen people ever watching at one time for a few minutes. And then just before this whole shebang happened, back in 2021, actually, 123 times 47 was the year it happened, 5781 Hebrew time, right on the numbers. I started to learn so much more. My mind exploded. It was very hard at first. It took me months before I got used to it. And then it was just so easy. Just believe in yourself and it opens up. Take away that blockade. Let it just be in the open skies of your mind. But our minds are constantly occupied in the 1440 minutes of the 86,400 or 640 seconds, which is the vibration. The love of your vibration is every second of the day, because every second of the day, the numerics, I think it's 480, 648, and 432 equals to a 90-degree angle. It's either a 120 angle, which will be 99 plus the cube 21. It'll be adding up 1 through 15 equals to 120. It'll be what is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equaling to 15. You see, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one situation. It adds up to 15. Then I add up to 15, it equals to 120. So that is my standard situation. Should I go further than that? Should I create a 360 degrees? I would be obligated to use number 3, the 3 times 120, equaling to 360. But because this day is 1440 minutes, I will now be obligated, after I multiplied 120 times 3, I now must multiply it times 4. 360 times 4 equals to the 1440 minutes in a day. We need, in a one standard cycle, 3 days of 24 hours, equaling to 72. When we reach that 4th day, it will equal to 4 days and a complete rotation cycle, because the cube must turn over from one side to the other side, which takes a complete transformation. So on the 4th day, it'll give me 96, which is 3 and 3. The same thing on the two sides of the cube. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 is your 9 and 6 rotation. But what happened is on a cube, they only use
7 when the cube is this way, and 7 when the cube is this way. They never use the face of 9 dots, but only 7 dots, in which one of the dots is dead center, and the other dots are on the 4 corners except for the 6. The 6 and the 1 is your Earth 3. It is the direct center of 2, 5, and 8. Where is number 8? 8 is here, and 2 is here. Here's 8 and 2. And then where is 5? 5 is on this side. And then where is 5? 5 is on this side. Dots and voids. Let me not lose myself. Let me go to the kitchen. Let me recalibrate. Let me see where I'm going to put myself on. DC is everything. The more I believe we talk about the happiness, the less the fractal God needs to come together. The fractal God is in every single individual on this planet. But it has been broken apart through the misconception and deception and the misunderstanding and the illogical of the rational thought of what one might think is not thinking rationally at all, because they no longer understand what ration and logic is other than their own understanding and logic. They are now inside the cube, inside the box, and mentally controlled. Stop. It is hard. Lean back. Stay alone. Recalibrate. Ask yourself some questions and say, how do I get out of this? Take a drink of water. Go to where somebody's doing something that you don't like for only the good purposes and the love in your heart for the joy and the liberty and all the love and hugs and kisses to all. If you see opposition to anything that is against love, you are knowing that they are going against creation. That's how you will know. Dance and sing and joy is organic. Organic is the same word as organism, is the same word as orgasm. So if you don't enjoy the orgasm or the organisms in which you are and you are created from, every piece and even up to the voice that gives you the capabilities of speaking and hearing to use your logic. You are more than a human being. Use it deep down in your heart and bring the fractals of God together, showing thee that our fractals have been fractured, separated. I'm going for that little drink. I'm going to come back. Write me something. I'd really like to see somebody say something, anything at all. I'm going to come back and see where I am. If you want to go to the deck of cards, if you want to, I wanted to go over some other stuff. I'm just trying to, and what I just designed for you was a Mars design. There's different designs because I have to go back to the video. There's different designs and artwork because of what's happening, but in each separate one, it'll explain how many cubes I'm going to use and the reason for using the cube and where did I find that cycle from, and show the cycle somewhere in the universe, whether it's in the constellations or the moons or somewhere in the planets, something to do with the cycle of a planet, or all the elements of each and every planet, of Mercury, of Venus, of Earth, of Mars, of Jupiter, of Saturn, of Uranus, of Neptune, of Pluto, of Deimos and Phobos. Deimos and Phobos and Mars, 04, 16, 13. They are all of the same family. DPM are all of the same family. 4 times 4 created 16. 16 will create 13 as 7 and 6. Now, how does 4 come to become 4? It becomes as a BB, as a baby. So the BB is an EE equals 77. It comes with matter. Now, the 4 family is 13 and 22, equaling to 35. That is the 4 family. That's their numeric value. It is 19 plus 35. I'm going to show you this down here. Number 4 can be created by 1 plus 3 and 2 plus 2 equals 44. The 4 family is the M, the 13th letter, and V, motor vehicle, the 22nd letter. The reverse is the 14 and 05 equaling to 19, which is the N letter and the E letter. So when you're seeing this number 19, you're seeing what is the reversal of this in its polarity. The same thing as DC is the polarity to all. It is the 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. It is what is 1, 4, and 7, what is 2, 5, and 8, what is the ring, and what is the pole to the 48 and 48, 16, 16, 16 to what is 84, which is 21, 21, 21. This is the complete dice cube. 5, 9, 18, 22, cube 31. Just ironic. Earth, Mars, Earth. 33, 22. This equals to 0.5 half. This equals to 0.55 half because of the fine line drawn. And the only way to draw a straight line through is on this angle, which is the 45-degree angle. Maybe the records, the 33 and the 45. The halfway point or the fine line is 55 because it's got to be jigged both ways. The expression of that is the E-world accent. And one of the accents is like this, the other one's like that. But the reality is, because of the cubonic world that we're in, 2 cubonics, we measure it this way and we measure it that way. So it's 45, or is it now on a 33-degree angle because it was on 2 rows, 2 levels? And this can be explained in the game of roulette. So since we have our 33s, why is it 147? Because it's by 3. You divide it by 3. So the 1 equals to 0.333. The 4 equals to 1.333. And the 7 equals to 2.333. When it's 2, 5, and 8 divided by 3, it'll be equals to 666 equals to 1.666 equals to 2.666. And what's funny is that 1,500, 1,600, 1,650, 1,660, 1,065, 1666 Roman numerals inside this world over here. Inside number 5. 5 is to all. It is also whatever 5 can be, whether it's 0.5 or 5. This is going to come out. No, not that one. Sorry. I wanted to go back to this one over here. Number 35. That is the center of the cube. Center of the cube is 3.5, but 8 and 8 equals to 16 equals to 7 and 6, which is Earth and Mars. And EF is English and French. And okay, now I'm going to get something to get in the kitchen. I want to get a little bite. We'll continue talking. I don't see anybody saying anything. That's fine. I'm going to see if I can dim the light so you can see it a little bit better. So what is this? It's 129. Let's say 134. I'll be back. Okay. So just give me a minute.
Okay, it's going to be a little break. Give me a minute. Oh, maybe I can put the camera back on the floor if you want to take a look at maybe this over here. Let's see if I've got it straight. Just taking a 2, 3 minute, 4 minute break there. I've been here for a while, so try and understand that. That's the roulette. That's the roulette. That's the roulette. And just to show you, this is the basic roulette over here. See it? X, Y, X, Y. In between it's Y1, Y1X, 1, 1, which is the cube, and then it's Y. It goes X, cube transformation, where the center is XY. What is X is now Y. What is Y is now X. Everything got inverted inside your moon, your immune cube. I'm going to burn a little incense, warm up my coffee over here. Making a little coffee. I can find out where my strainer is. Did I bring my strainer over here? Just 1 second. Yeah, I did. I did. That's the cube, my friends. I believe together we can find a way to figure out the Word of God, what the whole shebang of Earth is, the skeleton of the planet. Imagine there's a back door, the whole plan back door is the fragments of God was put into every single birth on this planet. And we are the secrets as a unity when we come together. We are the beauty of creation. We are everything. It is fantastic. Taking a couple of minute break, just talking a little bit. Taking a couple of minute break, gonna come back. I'm not gonna stay long, so I'm just gonna be back making a coffee, which is probably the worst thing to be doing, right? Okay. Just 1 second. Just hold on a second. Okay. Hey, what happened? Just something funny. Now, I cut out the letter I. I don't know if you can see it. Just a cross or I. How can we dim this light? You know, we need the black screen. You know, too much light, eh? Sometimes. So all I did is I have the letter I. See the letter I?
So what I did is I just kept folding the letter I. So it kept making this rectangular box. And through the letter I, you can design the letter A. And when you flip it upside down, you can recreate the A inside the I. And the 9 card has an ace inside the belly of the 9. In fact, the 4 and the 1 are apparent in the 9. The 4 is apparent in the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, and the 9. But all you need, okay, in order to play the game is the 2, because there is no other 2. The ace is inside the 3, inside the 5, and it is inside the 9. There is no 3. The 3 is in the center of all. So why don't I use the 3 since there is no 3? Because I'm going to use the 2. Okay, if I was going into Earth, right, maybe I'll use the 3, but then I'd be duplicating the ace because there is no other 9. So I take away the 3 and I use the 2, the 8, and the 9. 9 reflects 1. I use the let me see. I use the 2, 8, and 9. Let me just see this. I use the 2, the 8, and the 9, and the reflection is the 1, the 2, and the 8. So that's perfect. 128 is perfect. So that's 128. It has to do with GB, number 27. It has to do with the red sun. It has to do with the beta gates. It has to do with Venus, okay, at the 7th gate. It equals to 16 and 11, which is perfect. It's the reverse of this is this. Now, Rota Sator shows us these numbers. Rota Sator. And I'm just going to stop with this. So this is 2 eyes that come, 1 eye here. No, it's 2 eyes. How did I design this? Yes, okay. What it is it's a formation of I. This is a formation of I. Let me show you. But let me show you the math first. Let me show you that math. This is Rota Sator. So the numbers and the combinations of Rota Sator come down to this. Number 19, number 57, what it creates inside number 47, which is energy. 28, 3 times is 84. 3 times is 5784. Next year, we come into this full formation of DC. The corners will all equate to 9 and 9, 18. 1 and 1 is 2. Divide that in half, we get 1 and 9 again, AI. The next year becomes 5784. Into the B we go, 92, 29, 121, 11, 11 on the ring. The reason it's on the ring is because the cube has a 9 face, 2 sides opposite of each other. Okay, this will create 5, and on this side it'll create 6 because there's a 3. 5 and 6, 11. There'll always be 11 voids. Rota Sator, 28 and 19 equals to 47. So where were we in this equation here? Where was I standing down? Wow, I lose myself, eh? Not good. Not good. I don't know what number I was, where I was. There's so many things going on. Truckers, Venus, Fox Headquarter, News 99. Anyways, I don't remember where we were. There's so many things going on, how the bowling pins get set up. Anyways, I'm a little bit tired. There's a lot. I don't want to finish. We were on this piece and I stopped here. This was the game of cribbage. Why Earth is split up into 3/3 and everything becomes pockets of numbers. When you connect 2 numbers together, now when you're connecting these 2 numbers together, hold on a second. I'm all over the freaking place. I lost myself. I got up. I'm out of focus. That's why these videos are too long. Just want to show you something.
First of all, we have this, the Mayan cycle of 13 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 13 and 7 is when it flips. 7 one way. No, the higher and lower levels are 13 and 7. The lower level is 4 and 3, 7. The higher level is 6 and 7. That is the diameter in kilometers of our moon. The reverse is 9 and 4 and 6 and 1. That is what created our small design artwork before. I'm going to try and show you this. Maybe I can get it off of here. Here it is. This is what happens. This is the Mayan cycle, maybe of descendants. Maybe it's the chakras. Why is this singular here and why is this singular here? Because what happens here is this one, which is like this one, okay, changes its color. So when these two interact together, they change their color. So this becomes two individuals. This does not change its color. But when it runs through here, it's running through a different color. This here and this here. So when we create this artwork, I'm not sure if you can see the artwork inside of this, but anyways, so this, when we connect here to here and here to here, this is 1, this is 6, this is 4, this is 9. So when they connect together, you have 1 and 6, and you have 4 and 9, and here you have 13 and 18 over here, and then this one over here you have 19, 22, 21, and I'm just trying to think. Oh, and 24. So when these two connect, that's 40. When did I get that right? When these two connect, it's 40. When these two connect, it's 46. When these two connect, it's 31. When these two connect, it's 13. When these two connect, it's 7. So I'm just trying to think of something. 4 and 6. Why? I'm just trying to think of something. 4 and 6. Where is 4? I never connect 4 and 6. I don't know why I connected that now. 13, 16, 19. Why would this be connected? 4 and 9, 6 and 9, 1 and 3. So I think I made a mistake in this, but I continued on the same visual of what I was doing. Oh, wait a second. It's 19. Sorry, I made a mistake. It's, yes, this one and this one, this one and this one. But what if I did this one and this one? That would be 43. So I need 3 rows in order to get this right, to get that 45-degree angle. This is an in-between angle. In this in-between angle, I get 7, I get 4, I get 4, I get 4, and here I get 1 in this one. So where's my, but this one is a 4. How come this one is not a 9? 18, oh, because I made a mistake. Hold on a second. I knew something was wrong. There had to be a mistake or I would be terrible. So we're gonna go over here, right? And this is 24 and this is 27. So now this one is 43, okay, and this one is 49. So this one is DC and this one is AC. So it's talking about energy, okay, and it's talking about the fine line divided gates. If you take a look, the only numbers I used, okay, are numbers that would equate to 4 and 7 and 4 and 7 and 4 and 7, which is energy, time, Jesus. To what is 1 and 6? To what is 4 and 9? to what is 1 and 6, to what is 4 and 9, is 13 and 22. Again, the same 13 and 22. So we're seeing, okay, on how we connect to DC. And we see it through the cube. We see it through the cube, number 4 and 3. We see what it connects, that it connects to 7 and 13. But please note, 13 is 616. 6 and 1 on one cube, 6 and 1 on the other cube. So shouldn't we be going 6 and 1 and 6 and 1, creating 76 and 76, creating 13 and 13, creating 34 and 34? But all we have to do is when we put these two together, 7 and 6, I mean, it's Earth and Mars. This is Mars, this is Earth, so it's just me, right? And when you put them together, you get V111. And this is where it becomes theirs. VEAR. It becomes VOR. We're going to have VOR when V3 comes in, but it'll be WWW, which would be 69. So it's going to be War of 11. Because the cube is all 11s. There are 3 sides of 11 equals to 33. There are 3 sides, reverse sides, okay, of 7, 21. The halfway between each side is 5.5 of the 2 side center, okay, equaling to 3 times 5.5 is 165. 3 plus 5.5 equals 8.5 equals to Earth, Middle Earth. The division of day and night and coming to the fine line of Middle Earth. 44. 4 times 4, 16 and 8. So we understand the worlds we're from. It's the 4 and it is the 1 to understand where Middle Earth is, where the fine line is not here, but the fine line comes in over here. That's your Earth product. 713, VOR. We've got VOR. Where do we get this from? Because this combination over here is 1 and 5. In between is your vibration. A, R in the A family. V is in the E family. It is an after letter. This one, actually, what we're going to do to it is because it's the R letter, the reverse, I use the reverse here, but it's also in the same family. The reverse of this is I. But the reality is A is inside of I. So should I use AR or should I just use IR? As IR, it's 99. This is where Jupiter comes in. This is where 9 and 18 equals 27, which is created by the 360 degrees, equals to 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 equals to exactly that number, times 3 equals 1080. And this is your 90 because in French you say 90. So this is the way you say 90 in French. The next one will be 144. Area space, 1 in the area space of the 8 heaven, down on the cube street. I'm getting tired, weary. I'm going to see if there's any questions, and I can't believe there's not. For some reason, since 2 years, I'm not seeing any questions being asked. Where I was going from 500 views a day to where all of a sudden, the minute it hit January 1st, approximately of 2020, it started going down to 50, 60, 70 a day, where it started to grow for 5,000 or 6,000 in a week, sometimes as much as 600, 700. Very rare, but it's happened, to where I'm down to about 150 and 90 views. So whatever it is, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I want to thank you for watching. I have to do an update on this.
And yeah, I just want to thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, if we want to bring anything together, let's do it. Let's do it together. We are all connected to the fabric of space. Nobody can deny that. Only our love and harmony coming together in honesty and truth and compassion. Understand why somebody does something else. People make mistakes, you know. People make mistakes, and you can't scour them for them. Your judgment is only your judgment. You don't know what you don't know. And that's what it is. Unless you debate and discuss, an argument is an uncompromised discussion. And a discussion is not an argument. And you are not the best. But by knowing that you are 9 and never 10, you can seek out just one fine line just above who you are to know more and to share, so this world stays transparent, never to be lost ever again, because we know the difference. Thank you for watching. Be alternative.